Hi, my name is Mark, and in this short video we're going to have a look at how to set up a comfortable sitting meditation position. So the aim of any sitting meditation position is to allow the spine to be as upright and straight as possible, but at the same time allowing you to sit comfortably and effortlessly. So what we do with the bottom half of the body, with your legs, is just a matter of personal preference and also how open you are in the hips. So the first position we're going to look at is using a chair. And the best chair to use is something fairly hard and upright. So the more soft and comfortable a chair tends to be, the more kind of easy it is to slump back into the chair. And since we want the spine to be upright, then a hard chair is best. So if it has a fairly flat seat like this one, a wedge-shaped cushion can be quite useful, and I'll show you why in a minute. So coming to sit on the chair, make sure your feet are flat on the floor and separated, probably about hip width apart. Your knees are separated, and you can rest your hands either on your thighs and knees, or you can tuck your hands in just in your lap. So I'll show you from the side. So the wedge shape here, what that does when I sit is to just encourage the pelvis to tilt forwards, the hips to tilt forwards here, and bringing those natural curves into the spine so I can sit with a very upright posture. So if you don't have a wedge-shaped cushion, then a rolled up blanket or cushion from your home can do equally well, just tucking it under your sitting bones there. Now if you feel like you want to lean back, or if you've got a bit of discomfort or pain in your back, then something like a rolled up yoga mat or a rolled up blanket or cushion again can do really well. What we do with this is just to tuck it into your lower back around the lumbar area, and so that we can lean back and it keeps those same curves in the spine. We can sit upright and straight instead of kind of leaning back and slumping too much. Okay, so that's the position with a chair. Now the other positions are all coming down onto the floor. I've got this rather nifty little meditation bench here, and I'll show you what that's for. It's for the kneeling position. So we come down to kneel, and we tuck the bench over your lower legs like this. This is a very comfortable position, and it just allows your ankles to be released, so we're not sitting on your ankles, and the tilt in the bench has that same effect of bringing the hips a little bit forwards, allowing you to sit upright and straight as possible. So if you're kneeling, just making sure that knees are separated, and we're making a sort of fairly triangular base between the two knees and your sitting bones. This is very stable. It's important. Having the hands resting in your lap like this. So that's the bench. If you don't have a bench to use, then you can do equally well with something like a cushion or big rolled up blanket or a fairly firm cushion from your house. So with this cushion, I'm going to turn it on its side and then bring it round in between my legs, feet like this. And I come to sit on it, making sure I sit on the front side of the cushion. That just allows that same tilt in the pelvis, and that can be just as comfortable. Now, do feel free to use multiple cushions or multiple blankets just to give yourself the right kind of height. The next option is to come to sit cross-legged. So we sit on the front side of the cushion, just like I was saying before, and bringing the knees as wide as you can. So one foot in front of the other. If you find your knees are right up like this, then see if you can come just a little bit more towards the front of the cushion, just so that you can bring the knees as close to the floor as possible. If you find your knees are still up, then I'd suggest sticking with the kneeling option. That can be definitely the most comfortable. The idea of having the knees down is that we can be very stable and we're not rocking side to side too much. Also, having the knees below the hips, again, encourages that tilt forwards in the pelvis so we can sit upright and straight. Okay, so this is the Burmese position, or easy sitting position, cross-legged, is about as most comfortable that we can get. If you're feeling very comfortable here and you want to explore deeper options, then we can just bring the foot up here, tucking it in. This is what you might call a quarter lotus position. Or coming to half lotus, bringing the foot up onto the thigh. And doing your best to sit in the front of the cushion, bring the knees all the way to the floor. So always, if it feels too strong, then just choosing a different option. Okay, so the next option after that, if you're feeling pretty open and comfortable here, is to come into the full lotus. And this is where we bring both feet up here onto both of your thighs. So you notice that for me, I have one knee up off the ground in the full lotus position, so I would need a little bit of support. So I'm going to grab this wedge cushion here and just tuck it underneath so that I have something for my knee to rest on, so that then I can feel very stable. And it's always a good idea to have something around you so that you can just tuck it in at the right place, giving you the maximum support. So if you do any of these cross-legged positions, then it's always important from day to day to change which foot goes on top. So maybe one day with the left foot on top and the next day with the right foot on top, just to stop you from developing any particular asymmetries or imbalances in your hips. So having the hands just resting in your lap. Extending upwards through the spine all the way to the crown of your head. And as if you've got a little tennis ball or something underneath your chin and you want to hold it to your chest, just tilt the head down slightly. Just make sure we extend up through the back of the neck. With your eyes resting your gaze on the floor just in front of you, and either keeping your eyes softly open or allowing them to close. Making sure your tongue is relaxed and resting on the roof of your mouth. Shoulders relaxing, your whole body relaxed, but yet upright. And you can just sway the body a little bit side to side just to make sure that your spine is right in the middle. The head is sitting directly over your sitting bones. As your body relaxes, just moving on into your regular meditation practice.